how'd you happen to get started with? How'd you happen to get started with Conklin, running the products? What you're doing now? Just give us, take us from the beginning up till now.
Sure. Well, I've been a diesel mechanics instructor at a vocational high school for 21 years now, and originally got involved with Conklin. A couple gentlemen came to my shop, asked if they could use my shop as a place to hold a meeting to tell not only my students but some other people from the community about some lubrication products and a little bit of education about lubrications in general. And so they came out, they did a great job, and I was interested in what they had talked about. Being around the industry for a number of years, I'd seen a lot of products that had made a lot of promises but hadn't really backed up a lot on their promises, and so I was interested to see something from a new company.
Okay.
And so I got involved with Conklin and started to use products myself, and found out that what they had told me was accurate. I did see better fuel economy, I did see less wear on pieces, and just got to where I got my confidence level up with them. And I think the first product that I ever shared with somebody else was a product called Translast. And this person had a vehicle with an automatic transmission that just didn't shift right. He'd had the vehicle for quite a while, so he knew it like the back of his hand, and he could tell that just something wasn't right with it, and it didn't. He wasn't pleased. So I mustered up the courage to offer this new product to him, and so we put the Translast in his automatic transmission, and you know, I kind of told him it's probably going to take a little while before you're going to notice anything, and he came back to me the next day and said it's better. I think it's better. It's not shifting as bad as it was. And a few days later, he said, I think it's back to how it was, you know, when the vehicle was much newer. So that gave me a lot of confidence, you know, a lot more confidence when somebody else had good results. Sure. Also. I've just run into a lot of situations where you know, we've been able to really bail people out. The cooling system stop leak, the Dyke product, that's a phenomenal product. Just countless places that we've stopped leaks that you would never
Give
think
us a
you'd be able.
specific, Tom.
I had if I do one, I have to do two.
Okay.
There's the first time that I used that Dyke product with another person, had a farm tractor and the head gasket was leaking along the side of it, which is fairly common for that series tractor. Okay. And so forth. And so we're just there talking a little bit, and I noticed the streaks of green down the side of that engine block, and I said, you know, I got something here. Let's try putting it in there and see what it'll do. And I was a little skeptical myself, because head gasket's pretty hard to seal up, and especially after it's been leaking for a while, which obviously this one had. But we put that in there and dump the Dyke in it, and within just a few minutes the leak had stopped. And I talked with him probably 4 or 5 months later, and still wasn't leaking. Now since that time they've overhauled it, put a new head gasket in and so forth, but it stopped that leak like we never would have thought. Also had a fella that had a Cummins truck engine, and gosh, when those things start leaking, those older ones, they are really bad, and you can lose a lot of coolant in a short period of time, and an awful lot of money to fix that problem. You pull the cylinder heads off and deck the block, machine the heads, lots of time, lots of money. Okay. And the shop put Dyke in it, stopped it, hasn't leaked since. Absolutely amazing. Yep.
It's very inexpensive, but boy, you talk about a rescue operation.
Yeah.
You know, when you can't afford the downtime, it's truly an amazing product. Tom, now how about the fuel additives, like and we need to have you, if you've got some specifics on like Diesel Plus, Fuel Mate, 4Power, and Convoy, the Convoy oil. What an incredible product.
Absolutely.
What comes to mind on those products?
Well, 4Power first.
The fuel system cleaner,
The fuel
right?
system cleaner, yep. I had used it myself and had noticed results with it, but I didn't have a vehicle that really had a severe problem. A friend of mine that I work with, his pickup truck, he would start it 4 or 5 times just to get out of the parking lot every day. And so I tried for a while, you know, let's try some of this, let's try some 4Power in it. No. He's, you know, a little skeptical like I was at first. They've used all those snake oil products and everything else that's been on the market for years and had not had any success with them. So